welcome to another RSR. Tonight we're reviewing CF Montreal 2, Forge FC 0 in the Canadian Championship 2023 semifinals. Forge FC fall in the second half. First half they played pretty well defensively. It was half and half, but that second half they were playing with fire and they got burnt. First half again, half and half. I thought both teams had some really good chances. I thought both teams defended pretty well. I thought it was a very strong game, a very tight game. Either team could have won. Hell, this could have easily went to a penalty shootout if that first half was exactly the same as the second, or the second half was exactly the same as the first. Phrasing, you know. But again, that first half, I thought Forge had a good chance after that first half. But the second half happened. 54th minute, Ariel Lasseter takes a shot, nutmegs Alessandro Hujar-Rapport. It redirects past Tristan Henry, bounces in, 1-0 Montreal. Then in the 78th minute, Sanusi Ibrahim gets one, dispossesses Mandrecker James, who has been a calamity at the back for the past 2 games I've watched. He has been horrible. They need to get rid of him, or at least start Methuselah. He basically sold the game. Ibrahim gets the ball. He takes a shot, puts it near post, past Tristan Henry to make it 2-0 in the 78th minute. That's all Montreal would need. Ibrahim puts Forge away again, like he did last year, 364 days ago. Not a hat trick this time, but he does score the goal that ends the game, that puts the cherry on top for Montreal. 2-0 after 90. And they will be going to British Columbia to play the winner of Pacific FC versus Vancouver Whitecaps. It's either Starlight Stadium or BC Place for Montreal from June 6th to 8th. But they will be playing in British Columbia in the final. 2-0 at full time. Stats are as follows: 21 shots to 8. 6 shots on goal to 3. 57% possession to 43% possession. 532 passes to 404, 88% pass accuracy to 78% pass accuracy, 11 fouls to 7, 3 offside to 1, 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, clean game, at least on the cards, 6 corners to 2. Forge, if they played the first half, the second half like they did the first half, they could have easily got this to penalties, and I think they could have won. I won't say they would have, but I think they could have. They had a better shot than I expected for most of this game, I should say. For what it is, I thought this game, I don't think it should have been about 78 minutes of them having a chance to at least tie this up, send this to penalties. The way they played in that second half, they played absolutely scatterbrained and sloppy. It should have been more than 2. That first half was great. The second half, though, Montreal started to show their power. Losada got them playing better. I guess it was a good team talk at the second half, but he got them playing better, Losada did. And that's exactly what happened. This game turned on its head on a dime and basically said, okay, Montreal versus Forge. You expect more out of a game like this, but the problem is Forge played well until they didn't, and Montreal played sort of mid until they didn't. This game was them basically meeting each other in the middle, then going separate ways. That's basically what this was. Losada outmanaged Bobby Smirniotis. You have to admit that. I think he did. For once, Bobby Smirniotis got absolutely out-tacticked. Legitimately. And ironically enough, it was the guy that Montreal passed him over for. That's got to sting. That's legitimately got to sting. I mean, I'm glad Montreal did. I don't want to hate Bobby Smirniotis. And technically, Toronto could also get him too now. Bill. Fire Bacala, okay? But that's neither here nor there. Again, Bobby Smirniotis got out-tacticked by the guy they passed him over for, which I guess that shows Saputo he made the right choice. Because for a while there, you thought it was the wrong choice, but turns out it might have just been the right choice. I hate to admit it, but they've only lost 1 game in their last 7. Montreal's good right now. I expected, honestly, this could have gone worse. It did not, but I could have expected this to go worse. Luckily, it didn't. For Forge's sake. I wanted them to win. I wanted them to get through, of course, but they didn't. And they played a horrible second half. They really did. And Mandrecker James is a freaking calamity at the back. He is so bad. Like, that guy just gives away everything. Like, does he know how to defend? Like, I'm not sure. I don't think he knows how to defend a football match. Like, legitimately, I don't get it. Metusala's a better defender. Like, we had to get a aging Canadian defender. For what reason? I know Crutzen left. I get that. But Mandrecker James is a horrible replacement. Metusala would have done just fine. Hopefully this game shows Bobby that he can't start James. It's impossible. He's going to ruin you at some point. Especially when the pressure gets high. This could have been 3-0 because he gave one away to 04. In front of the net, he had Tristan dead to rights, and he puts it over the bar. That should have been 3. Right then and there. That would have been 2, but in the end, it would have been 3. Then and there. That would have been a hat flick had that not gone over the bar, but that would have been at James, not 04. I'm not mad about it. It kept Forge alive, so it's not a hat flick. It should be, but I'm biased, so no. Doubly biased, so no. But, again, it makes no sense to me. It legitimately makes no sense to me. And then you want to talk about the Hajabrapur situation. I really don't want to put anything against Hajabrapur. I think he's a good player. I think the ball just went away. He didn't expect it, and it deflected. I'm not going to down Hajabrapur for his mistake. I'm not. I like Hajabrapur. I think he's a good midfielder. Sometimes that happens. I mean, it happens. What can you do? It's a bad time for it to happen, but it happens. Of course, that's the only way Lasseter could score a goal. I'm not surprised, but, you know, doesn't surprise me. But, again, Forge, if they played that second half more like the first, they would have had a better chance to at least send this to penalties. They did not. So that's where we are. They lose 2-0. Montreal played a good game. They showed their power the second half, and that's all they needed to do. They're going to the final. They're going to play Vancouver Pacific. They will be going to British Columbia no matter what. It'll be interesting to see how it turns. And if I have to wear a Vancouver Whitecaps jersey for the final, I will. Yeah. I'd rather root for the Meteor, but if I have to root for one of them, I'll root for Vancouver. I guess. Thank God Toronto has like 8 more chances at Champions League, especially if they do fire Bradley. Leagues Cup and all that. But with that being said, Montreal deserves to go through. They were the better team throughout the 90, at least the second 45, which I guess makes it the 90, but they did what they had to do. They deserve to go through. Losada's a damn good coach, and he outcoached Bobby Smirniotis. Not many people could say that. Not even those coaches like Tommy Wheeldon Jr. or... That's about it. Pa Moduka, no, he did. It's really Hernan Losada and Pa Moduka who've outcoached Bobby Smirniotis. It doesn't happen much. James Merriman hasn't yet. But still. Bob Bradley certainly didn't. I know, right? With that being said, Montreal deserves this win. Deservedly so. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share us with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for a live watch along and review of Tigres versus Chivas in the first leg of the Liga MX Grand Final Clausura. Should be an interesting game. It should be an interesting time. Hopefully it's a good 2-leg tie, and it's worth a damn. We'll see, though. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Congratulations, Montreal. Commiserations, Forge.